Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your September reading. And holy crap, this reading was crazy. Look at this. Look at this, Pisces. I think that this month you are breaking free from something or making some really big changes into your life. Like, this reading is off the charts. It's crazy. There's so much power and determination here. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up in September for you. It is as if in the past here, like the recent past, you have been taking some time to yourself. You might have been recouping lost energies or resting, recovering from illness perhaps. And for others, I think you're retreating from a situation and you go on the down low and you work behind the curtains about breaking free from something. You see, we have the Justice here, and it's as if you're pulling back. You have the Eight of Cups. Like, you have so many cards that are about breaking free, coming apart, and yeah, breaking a promise, a commitment or something because it isn't what you thought it would be, or it's disappointing, or it's harming you somehow. But at the base, Pisces, you have Ten of Swords. So it might be that this situation is harmful for you, or that somebody wounded you or have hurt you really bad. It might also be that you have this intuition and this is your gut feeling, because this is our subconscious. So you might have this gut feeling, or you're just following your intuition that this isn't where you're supposed to be. You're on the wrong shelf, or this isn't good for you. So you're taking those steps accordingly. But in the overall energy, you have this oracle card that is coming apart. And this card, Pisces, is about putting an end to something. And yeah, like breaking that commitment or promise. And if somebody is breaking apart from you, you should definitely let them. Because breaking apart from this, whatever it is, it will bring you happiness. It's the right direction for you to take. And yeah, it's like you might feel like something is making you go on accord with your values or your integrity. Look at this, Pisces, you're a water sign, but the only cups here in this reading are the ones that you leave behind. So that's very powerful. I think that you might be leaving for some cups that actually has or have something of value for you, something that will fill you emotionally, and something that will play along with your integrity or your values, or that will inspire you somehow or bring you that love. But you're definitely leaving something behind that isn't serving you. And there are a lot of swords here, and swords are a very swift energy. So I think after this period where you pull back and you retreat, things are happening swiftly once you have made up your mind and once you have seen that you want to make some changes. So I think this month a lot of things might happen. I also see that there are no coins here. Like, that's kind of, yeah, not hard to notice. And it makes me think that this is about your emotions or your intellect, that you're not stimulated, you're not happy. This might be an aggressive environment or something hostile, or just not what you're up to. So yeah, it's about your internal growth, I think, or you asserting those boundaries or putting yourself first. And yeah, that's where the focus is. So let's start with your past here. I think that you're, yeah, as I said, coming from a place where you're pulling back and recuperating. For some of you, I think you're pulling back from something that was toxic for you. This might be family, it might be a workplace or a relationship. I think if this is a relationship for you, it feels as if you have pulled back emotionally and you've reached that point of no return, where if your partner wants to fix it now, it's too late. I have that sense that you have tried to fix it many times, but your partner isn't listening. And it might be one of those things where your partner says, I don't know what happened, suddenly this person left. but you've been trying. But now you're just at the point where you're left emotionally. So you have just shut down emotionally, and you might be there physically, but you're headed out. In the center of the reading, Pisces, you have the moon. And the moon is all about seeing something that other people don't see. It might be secrets, or you might have revealed something you weren't supposed to see. And I think if this is something shady at a workplace or something, I think you're taking it to some legal authorities or something along those lines. But if this is a partnership, it might be romantic or business. I think many of you will take that legal step to sever this bond now in September. Yeah. You definitely see here, if you go in this direction and you follow the energies, you see you leave something and you regain that balance. Things are being set straight for you. And you're closing this chapter behind. This is all about reminiscing or reflecting, cataloging, and making sense of something, and closing a chapter to move on. And I think that's what you're doing here. But this is in your hopes and fears position, so I think this is what you're hoping that you will be able to do. Close this chapter and move on from it. And you have the Seven of Wands, Pisces, in your surroundings and your environment. So I can't help but to see here that there are no other people. It's you all by yourself the whole month. So I think you are working on this on the down low. It might be you got some news about your health also. It doesn't have to be a conflict or something like that, but it's something you're keeping to yourself and you're working on the down low. And you're doing this and people don't know that you're in this process. So this month for you is a month where you will be put to the test. You can put your skills to the test. And this card, Seven of Wands, is about overcoming your difficulties and also a little bit with ease. Like there's this sense of adrenaline and ambition, or sort of having this humor about it, like maybe a dark humor or gallow humor, and you're overcoming it. I love to see that. If I just can't, there are so many swords here, and that's a little aggressive situation. I don't know if I said it, but it definitely might be that somebody hurt you and betrayed you, or somebody has gone behind your back and disappointed you. It's just the sense that even though there are not a lot of major arcanas here, there's this sense that this betrayal, it seems so severe, or this damage or hurt that you have, like it's serious. There's a sense of something being very serious, even though you are here being a typical Pisces. Pisces are super adaptable. You can take anything, just take it as it is, and you just fly through it with flying colors. So, but even though it seems very serious, nothing that should be taken lightly. And there's just, you're making the necessary changes. And in your immediate future, here where we have the Justice, this is all about karma and effect. But it might be that you're seeking up some legal counsel or a counselor, a mediator perhaps, an institution of some sorts, to get help with a person that's difficult or somebody who's vindictive. But this might also be you as you're going through this whole thing. It might be you setting up extremely high boundaries, almost unhealthy boundaries, but you're shutting people out and you're isolating yourself, it seems. At least in this matter, I don't think you want anyone involved in this. It seems as if you're very closed off and dealing with this by yourself. But this might also be a cold parental figure, a cold boss, somebody very cold and cynical. And that might be the person that you're dragging to court or to this legal battle that you are fighting right here. Yeah. Okay, so this is what's coming in for you. Look at that. You know, you have all of these horrible cards. The gasp I gasped when I pulled the cards, Pisces. I was just like, no. My dad's a Pisces. I love him so much. I was just like, I was so nervous when I was pulling the cards. But then at the end card, you have the Six of Swords and you have this coming in for you. So, there was a sigh of relief there. This is good, Pisces. It's like the sun is coming in, and that means obviously whatever that you've got going on here and whatever changes that you're making, they are going to be so good for you, Pisces. This is all about friendship, about joy, about being free. It's about being able to go on the next step of your journey or take something to another level. It's about being yourself. And it's just happiness and success, whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel this sense, you see here, there's this sense maybe you're changing jobs because you go through these energies and it's as if you're dressing up. It's as if you're putting on uniform, or it's it's formal and heavy. It feels like you're shedding some skin perhaps, or shedding a part of your belief system, personality, because you have to dress up in all of these heavy, uncomfortable gowns all the time. And then after you fight this battle, you're just naked, you're free. And when you move on, you're just wearing slacks. You see that? You're just moving on in a casual short and a t-shirt. So it's as if you're setting yourself free from something, and it's going to be extremely good for your soul and your happiness and your spiritual growth. It's so freaking beautiful. So here you have the outcome. So you have the Six of Swords. This is all about travel for just leisure, for having fun, for enjoying yourself. It's about changing jobs or changing your house. But it's definitely about progress and improvement, and from now on everything is a smooth sailing. And you have these two cards doubling down on that. So that is so freaking beautiful. It's a dramatic month, but it ends well. So let's get some advice for you, Pisces. A time to give rather than take. And your hard work is paying off. When I read this card, I hear that I feel this is you, that many of you feel like now this is your turn. Now you should have something. And you're asserting that boundary because this is your time. Now you should be the taker. You should be the receiver. And this hard work that you're doing this month is definitely going to pay off. Like, there are no doubts. These cards, the reading is so uniform and so easy to read. So I love to see that. I was so glad to see it ended with the Sun and Six of Swords, Pisces.